Hi everyone, welcome to Best Recipes with Sharon. This recipe is for one of the best sweet potato casseroles, and I like it topped off with pecans and marshmallows and cinnamon, and the recipe amounts in this is enough for about a 9 by 13 inch pan, but it's easy enough to downsize it, half it or even quarter the recipe to make it for only 1 or 2 people if you want to. So let's get right to making it. So peel and wash some sweet potatoes. I'm using approximately 5 or 6 medium-sized potatoes. Then get a large knife and slice them. This will help them to cook through faster. Place them in a large pot, put some water on top just to submerge them, onto a stove on high heat, cover them, and boil them for about 15 minutes, or until they break apart easily with a fork. Then drain the water off of them, and pour them back into the pot. Then mash the potatoes just until they're broken up nicely. This will make about 6 cups of mashed potatoes. Place them in a large mixing bowl and add 1 tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon of butter. Mix that in with your large spoon. And now add a heaping 1/8 of a cup of brown sugar. Then 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Of course, it's good to always mix it through after each addition. Next ingredient is 1½ teaspoons of vanilla, and I use the pure vanilla for this one. I'm using freshly ground salt and pepper to taste, and then I'm going to split the mixture between 2 casserole dishes because I'm going to make them slightly different. One will be with pecans and the other without. The one with pecans, I'm adding 1/4 of a cup of chopped pecans to that batter and mixing that in thoroughly. And when you dish it up, try to leave a little bit of room at the top for the marshmallows. Now we'll take the sweet potato mixture and place them in the oven to heat them through about 15 minutes. This gives your casserole a little head start before you add your toppings. The first one, we're going to top it off with some mini marshmallows. And I want to thank my daughter-in-law Lisa for having her hands in this one. She perfected this recipe and shared it with the rest of us. So just chopping some pecans and using those for the top. So this one is the one that has the pecans inside the sweet potato mixture as well. So you give it a generous topping with the pecans, pat it down so that it doesn't overflow, and sprinkle it with some cinnamon. To the next one, this one has no nuts in it whatsoever, just topping it with larger marshmallows, and we like a generous helping of marshmallows on the top, and sprinkle this one with some cinnamon. And you'll have your oven preheated to 400 degrees. Then you'll place both of these on the middle rack in the oven for approximately 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how well you like them browned. So you'll watch them very closely because the marshmallows will puff up and you will have them brown up fairly quickly when they start. It is nice to do them at that temperature so that they have a little bit of chance to melt, puff up, and crisp up a little bit. And in my opinion, this is one of those 5-star recipes, and you'll love it at first bite. Thanks so much for watching today's episode, and I'll talk to you next time.